Who's your starting quarterback?
We haven't decided yet, but we're definitely going to activate Drew tomorrow, take him, and he'll be dressing on Sunday for sure.
Any other game statuses?
Yeah, Vaughn, AJ, Josie, Shelby, Duke are all questionable, along with Juwan James. The rest of them are, should be ready to go.
How's Vaughn looking?
Okay, he's gotten better every day. I mean, he didn't practice the first 2 days, but he was doing some stuff. And today he made progress. It's truly 50-50 whether he'll be able to go or not. Yeah, kind of the same thing. He did some stuff today, got better as it went on, I believe, but he also is truly 50-50.
When do you think you'll make your mind up about his starts?
Probably tomorrow or tonight.
What would change, not being sarcastic, but what would change from now to that point tomorrow? What is still being evaluated in terms of making a decision?
I just wanted a chance to go in and look at the tape more extensively.
Juwan James, will he play or dress, or can you say anything that way?
He'll either play, meaning start and play, or he won't dress. One or the other.
How's Drew look now through the 2 full practices?
Good. I think he's gotten made progress each and every day. When you go from getting basically 10 out of 40 or 42 reps to getting 32 out of 42 3 days in a row, you should get a little better, feel a little more comfortable, and I think he has.
Isaac Yiadom getting some reps at number 1.
Who's that?
Isaac Yiadom. Is he going to start at the number 2 corner?
He is.
Okay. What do you like about him there in terms of just giving him
Hold on
another
one second.
shot?
I didn't hear your follow-up.
What do you like about him in terms of another shot for him to start there and seize that position?
Well, it's been a little shaky, that position. On Wednesday, Davontae didn't have a good practice, and Ike did and has been practicing good. So I just felt like Ike deserved to play.
You feel like Davontae's going to rotate in, though, on Sunday? Or?
We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
Just making sure. Your decision between Brandon and Drew?
Correct.
Did Drew look better as the week went on and you put your passing game into?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Would you keep Brett Griffin on the active roster?
I don't know. Bringing up Drew, obviously we have to make a corresponding move. And with the length of our injury report at this time, it could be somebody else, but it could be for Brett too.
If Drew does start, do you have to talk to him at all about not trying to do too much or managing expectations?
Yeah, I'll talk to him, but I mean, he just got to play one play at a time.
How's Shaq Taylor looked, and will he play this week?
No, he won't be active, I don't believe.
Have you told the team formally who's starting your quarterback? Or?
No, so you don't need to go bug him. Have not.
Just checking.
Okay, thank you, Coach.
All right.
Yeah. Handle most of them, but
That's it.
He did say that Isaac Yiadom was starting ahead of.
Yes, that's
Davontae
true.
Harris.
Yeah, he had a good week of practice, and we felt he was ready to go, so he'll be in there.
I think he said Vaughn was questionable. If he can't go, how much does that change things for you guys?
We moved to our next guy, and we played with different combinations, and he rotates in and out anyway, so we'll just move up and play our next guys.
What gives you confidence in Yiadom?
He went through a temporary setback where he wasn't in the lineup, but he kept working. And he had a good week this week, and we feel he's the guy that can help us win.
How do you want to see Davontae Harris kind of handle this and battle back?
That's really important. Anytime there's a lineup change, it's more important to reach those people and talk with them. But again, he practiced really hard this week. He'll play in the game, so he has to be ready.
Compared to the last time you played him, Melvin Gordon, looks like he's got his rhythm.
Yeah, he had the rust. He was rust. He was just coming in. He didn't have any camp, so that's different. And then you add in the tight end, so they're a little more explosive.
Vaughn hasn't missed a game since 2013, so it would be an odd thing for people to see for him not to be in the lineup. Can you just speak to his durability?
Yeah, he's been an Iron Man. You know that, and he heals quickly, so I expect to see him there. You guys good? Thanks.
What, if anything, can you learn from the onside kicks that were successful yesterday that maybe can be applied to your team?
I think you can learn from both sides. You know, it's you got to go get the ball. You know, you got to block, so on and so forth. But the spacing is what you saw. You know, they got them spaced out, so it made it an issue. And when you create space, naturally you got guys that are going to get a chance to get to the ball. So both sides, we got to take away the spacing with knowing who we're supposed to go block. But from a onside standpoint, 3 for 3, the spacing really it really helped. You know.
Were you watching that live?
No, you know what? I wasn't. I was asleep, to be honest with you. I crashed, and so ended up watching it this morning, and everybody told me about it. But it's just that spacing was. They did a nice job with it, and a great kick. You know, it comes down to the kick. You put the ball where you have players that can get to it, and they executed. Did a nice job.
Colby obviously had a few good punts, and then had the 13-yarder there. How much are you able to help him with, and how much is that on him to just kind of get it done?
Yeah, no, that's on me. Yeah, I can help him with it. You know, it's getting that situation. He punted 56 yards into the wind, 55 yards into the wind, and then he got the wind at his back, and he thought the wind was going to punt the ball for him, you know. And so it's just one of those things where you mentally all of a sudden you think things got to change and they don't change. And you have to be consistent, and that's the biggest thing. Like I said last week, is we got to be more consistent. But it was one of those deals, in my opinion, where you get a relief. You got 23-mile-per-hour headwind, and all of a sudden one's at your back, and you have to just go punt the football.
A couple of weeks ago, you alluded to something being changed regarding Colby to get better results. Have you seen what you want to see the last couple of years?
I've seen it in spots, Mace. You know, there's times I've seen it, and there's other times where it goes back to the old when things get going in a game, you know, and that's what young players do. They got to just focus on that little thing that they can control, and all the stuff that's out of their control. They can't worry about situations that we're in a game, scores, and you're this, that, the other. And I think he's coming a long ways. You know, you get a guy backed up at the 2-yard line like he did last week and punts the ball 56 yards at 4.9. He's starting to make strides, but the very next punt, he shanks, you know, and he's got some room to breathe, and which is something we can't have.
How many adjustments take place on special teams when you face a team for a second time?
A lot. You know, you completely have to ignore what happened in the first game. You have to completely ignore all the breakdowns you had before, and I start really from scratch because they become a different team, we become a different team, and if you think what happened the first time is going to happen the second time, it doesn't happen. You see it all the time in this league. You know, teams will beat a team by 20, and then they go and they beat that team. It's the same way on special teams. Everything that they've done is completely different.
That 45-yard field goal by McManus against the wind, it looked like might have been his best kick of the year.
Yeah.
You tell him, Brandon, every time, man, you got that in you?
Yeah, you know, if you look at Brandon, the best thing Brandon has is he has what we call great trajectory. You watch a Vinatieri, you watch Brandon McManus, and, you know, the guys that I look for are the guys that ball gets straight up. So there's an actual apex eventually where the wind's going to take over. You know, it's a speeding up like a bullet. You know, you shoot an animal from 800 yards, eventually the wind's going to take over. So just hit that ball, and at 48 yards, the wind's going to take over. It wasn't at 48, just hit the same ball. You know, it's speed. Eventually the ball's going to die down, as we all know. When the ball dies down, the wind can affect it. Till you lose speed, wind has 0 on that ball. Not a thing. Bullet's going to go straight through, and his apex is at 48, hit your normal ball. Get behind 48 yards, you got to start to play the wind. You know, and he didn't need to play it, and he didn't play it. It's straight down the middle.
There's a bit of a vibe about the whole 4th and 15 thing, you know, this week, like with the Broncos proposed. Where do you stand on that? You know, where's your head on that?
I don't. I just, you know, I let the powers to be handle that. Is the right question. Yeah. No, if I don't have one, and if I did, it's, you know, it's not said. Okay. I'm pleading the 5th. Sorry.
Anything else, guys?
Thank you.